Okay, hello students, this is Miss Fariello, and this is a short video about haiku poetry in the country of Japan, the archipelago nation off the coast of the rest of Asia. So, today you're going to talk a little bit about the art form of haiku poetry. Haiku poetry is a very short, centuries-old form of Japanese poetry. And the type of poem that it is that it really doesn't have to rhyme. Not all poetry has to rhyme, of course, and the type of poetry that haikus are, they very rarely rhyme. Their themes are usually about nature or the seasons. So you could see this haiku right here, which is written here in Japanese characters called kanji characters. This one is about, I don't read Japanese, but I could tell from the illustration that goes with it that it's about some kind of bird, perhaps a crane. Okay? So haiku poetry, very important type of poetry in the Japanese culture. Now, haiku poetry has a very certain type of pattern to it. Okay? And it has 3 lines with different syllables. Now, what is a syllable? A syllable is a beat in a word. So, for example, the word haiku has 2 syllables. Haiku. Just like that, 2 syllables. The word introduction has 4 syllables. Introduction, introduction, 4 syllables. So when we make a haiku, we have 3 lines, and the lines sort of go together like this. This picture is kind of a helpful way for you to remember how they go together. The first line has 5 syllables. The second line has 7 syllables. The third line again has 5 syllables. So it goes 5, 7, 5. Now, here's an example of a haiku. Okay? The first line, art is amazing. It's 5 syllables. Art is amazing. 5 syllables. Next, like the freedoms of summer. Like the freedoms of summer. 7 syllables. Art brings warmth in me. Art brings warmth in me. 5 syllables. 5, 7, 5. And of course, it has a mention of a season. So it's about art, but it references a season because that's traditionally how haiku works, the themes that it usually takes. So here is another example of haiku, and this one I have it written, or I have a picture to show you how it's written. Haiku are written vertically from top to bottom. So if you look at the picture here, okay, you have the Japanese version of the haiku written here from top to bottom. Okay, right here is the second line, and then the third line, and then the English translation is right here. For my Hermitage, the Yashawaro Haze, last month of the year. And then it's illustrated at the bottom. Most haikus are illustrated, and when you make your own haiku in a few minutes, you're actually going to do the same. You're going to illustrate your haiku. So, what line could you add to this haiku? Let's see if we can figure it out. Fallen is the title. So the first line, in the tall grasses. The old apple tree blossoms. Pause the video right now, talk with a friend, and see if you can figure out what a possible third line would be. 5 syllables within the same type of theme. Pause the video now. Okay, so thinking about this haiku, okay, fallen is the title. In the tall grasses, the old apple tree blossoms. What was the third line that you came up with? I came up with this line. Okay? Springtime has arrived. It's 5 syllables. It matches the theme of the poem. Okay? So, what does haiku tell us? What do haiku poems tell us about Japanese culture? That is going to be the question that you're going to work on and answer together today and in your center. So today and tomorrow in your 2 days of your center. So what do haiku poems tell us? What types of things are important to the Japanese people? What types of things do they think about? Their poetry, the haiku poetry especially, not only talks about nature and seasons, but it also has an emotion. So when you go to write yours, you can of course do any theme that you want, any topic, any idea that you want when you brainstorm, but the question really is, what's the emotion going to be, and how does that teach us, or what does that tell us about creative writing in Japan? Okay. Thank you for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions. Good luck.